violence and ne ibidi ni na ho enkomo ne ahwe se eyeden ade na afiye bubum pem ne sua de won na break anim no won so a wo hwe no ibebi phone lines no e de amount na won so say wo experience bi won enkomo ayedi no obetumi ne ye achem na dofsu ma men so atena se asa won so obibi a wo kọ obetumi tin ho e de akere ana se wo hu bi won potem ho a obetumi aka ho asam se na be ya eye dofsu ma men obetumi ama afutuo no kwan abefa so obetumi abo no ya je sa nipa no ana sa wan kasa so etumi age won kwan no nkomo na na no pe no ye ba be di free sabi ko se se di dwumedi no e be ba awiye eno nti enne mene ACP Miss Owusia Chreme a oye director Edema Dosu I said Ghana Police Service emu ene ne atrasia ye babedi enkomo yi ma me hanope yakwaba
Emia
empo moko de
adumunti boko na pachonso e
so me hoye pa all right anope enya bai de na mgidi se umpanifo ne enwanu bi hwe unti no mama akonya no de kan echi omonsa
pacho medical chia me penyi iya maame COP Miss Lydia Yakodonko ona e director general for CID ono na o hwe yen so na or supporting and I'm office for you so me chia and I'm a man also congratulations man no adana you promoting until me congratulating also on her promotion.
Wow. All right. It's no when you reach ya made enough here and enkomo no. Minimum sanction so ya domestic violence and gender based violence mo a. To be chere domestic violence in friend ones.
Okay. But that's pa mami di can starting free gender based violence.
Gender based okay.
Yes. So say ka gender based violence ne na se change na ne say society bia ana baby bia kro bia wo so bia omo omama mne ene omo hyehyeye
okay
enye hyehyeye a te say ye law parliament ahyehyye but baby a wo fi ebia wo fi te say kaso ha kaso krum no omo amamne ne hyehyeye bi a omo expect say wo free krum ano ese wudi so it is a gender based violence kro bia ene bronu bia no omo wo nhyehyeye bi omo expect say wo ese wudi so enti bofreka say society and culture enti every culture no ye wo omo expect wo nipa no so official culture ni ma ye expect say wo your ba wo be behave suban bi wo be use suban bi edi wo ye be man so ye expect bibi fi wo ye akran so a society no expect suban bi every ho it me ma example so for example so wo society bi ma society or expect an culture bi expect say wo ye bema ensu bema wo na ese oba akonwoma oba nso ese wo bra ho ase ese oba totu a etwe bema den enti sanyema we ye enyema ye expect every ho enti say wo your bema na say untimi mba akonwoma untimi hwefia untimi eko ayakayaka dim because adia society expect say obeye no wentimi anye o culture expect say obeye no wentimi anye no enti na akwa ayakayaka mu oba nso fitititini nyina enen so still ewo ho yesi oba de woman's place is in the kitchen
okay
oba de wo ese unu eduane enti say nkwa aware na uyo oba na akwa aware na unim eduane no a sa eduane no na unim no nti no ubetimi akọ ayakayaka niemam ubetimi experience some violence not because of any other reason but just because uyo oba unim eduane no ya and now you are grown so ubetimi experience violence not because of any other reason but just because we are akra and the society say akra say you emisi yetiwa no kasa enti say we akra na benefit di nkomo na were na do na akotumi enfra na do na akotuma yetimi bo enti nyama na we experience because society say wo ha na ugina when na baby ugina akogina baby fufo enti na dia temdidi eba ede bro eba ede ayakayaka nema eba na gender based violence no enti no ya ka opoto kasama ya say any it has expectations rules that society expects of you to do if you don't comply, if you don't conform to what society says you must conform to, not just a suffer gender-based violence. Na eno no happy wo baby a enye efie mu nko a ebetimi aba public space. Ebetimi aba say wo adwumom ye hwe wa because a wo ye oba na ntino. Enyema bi a se ye de ma no, ye so wo de wo ye oba de ontimi ndi adwuma na no. Enye se untimi anase bi wa yesi enko drive truck se truck kesi si ho na oba gina oba magina ho a na na pra ye che adwuma obi oba be che adwuma no oba ka se wo be man ko drive truck no wo oba no so fa paebra just because of the orientation. It's no happy with adwuma happy with fee, but domestic violence no any they are restricted to a fee.
Okay.
And also, another an example of gender-based violence.
Okay.
Domestic violence near ayakayaka nyema ekoso ewa awariem efiem abusuam relationship mo all because of and also sa patriarchy say I say bema it's a man's world. Akwakoye say yes but say we bibi wanye nti no eno no it is domestic violence here ayakayaka nyema ekoso efiefiem relationship mo and if you know me say only nipa say fie back home every time I say what so a now boyfriend say amasaman mu nyina mu ya domestic violence every time I say una nipa no wo deda mu jai and also ntokwese muntama and also domestic violence in a nutshell no this is gender-based violence is strictly rules. We expect you to be A, B, C, D. You don't conform, that you face violence or abuse. Domestic violence, you say, ayakayaka nyama, esisi ewo efie. Na yana enconformation forms I feel obisi gender. Yana people confuse sex and gender. So when it comes to sex, we are dealing with the biological body.
Okay.
And sex and so it's the same everywhere. Sex in Ghana. So when I ask you what is your sex, usi male. What's my sex? Female.
Yeah.
It's international. Okwa buchekwa now say sex, male, female is the same. But I don't know ain't changing unless of course what taking steps to go and do surgery. But to me that and bema. Now I'm sorry or channel, but now you're bad.
Okay.
But when it comes to gender-based violence, it differs from culture to culture.
Okay.
Even here in Ghana, in Ghana for, but also different regions, and even within the same regions, no culture ne different.
Okay.
And a culture no so dynamic. It's a culture changes. I mean, those times I need young we and crown. Oba ultimate shirt trouser, oba ye man go school. Yebeka say wo go school akoye den. Nti say sika ni fi a be ma na e de ne beko. But enesa enyama ni nyina asesa and oba timi go school. And then oba timi be CEO. Even though the percentage is still small and we are still struggling, but when it comes to culture, culture changes. So when it comes to gender-based violence, the undertone, which is culture, it changes, it varies from one place to another.
All right. Hence, you know, had never say gender-based violence. They can have different forms, Anna.
Yes, there were different forms. Ebi, baby, omoka abroche, baby, omoka the intimate partner violence. And also domestic violence. There were physical abuse. Under the gender-based violence, there were physical abuse, emotional abuse, economic abuse. We have harassment. We have female mutilation, female genital mutilation, and also gender-based violence. Yes.
I will be amamre no.
So amamre. 1992 constitution no recognize amamre but amamre no recognize no or see any say contrary to what is in the constitution inti say amamre Ghana recognize and not recognize it but making sure say amamre ni nya de a kutia right na under constitution of the 1992 constitution of Ghana inti eno no ekutia it's a form of violence against the woman. And you know, yes, and you know, so gender-based violence.
And you know, those so be report mama say, when who say busua bi sabi maiwa ho mu twa omu twetia. Mo bechi omu.
Yes, e bechi omu. ya metwe mo na ade ya na nkrofo disie yɛhwehwɛ mu ehu sɛ ebi timi kura cross border na ɔmakɔyɛ wɔ baabi na ɔmasan ba but ɛnɛ ne nyia obi send a message so efie we mu ɔmo ya immediately say police yɛ kɔ ne kɔkye ɔmo kasetia mo.
Okay. All right. Any other forms now boss?
Forms no basically is economic abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, domestic violence is also another form. And domestic violence also a cover the medical bullying, physical abuse, economic abuse, harassment, rape, defilement, child marriage. Now falling under gender-based violence.
All right. And you said then what was beginning never say kind gender-based violence. Now never say okay man or friend but what started with a member or more so remove him.
So when we talk about gender refers to roles. Into gender no yenka oba yenka bema yeka obia. Okay. Gender no roles. Expectations of society of obia society. Nti mefa ne say technically enema for nipa for na ye society ewo expectations of you. Bema oba akra oye oba and akra oye bema. Nti sa 4 categories. Baby a ye wo free baby a wote ekra wo mo culture, mo tradition, expect suban bi efisa enkrofo for you. Okay. Enti say ka gender efa for ni nyina. Ye nka oba. Okay. Ye wo violence against women. I know ye share the yisi wo. Say violence against women and girls. And we can na ye ni ehye ema ene mema enkra or ema ateti omukum because we share history of the law. Once atete no na laws a omuye no na omuye to regulate public space. No omunye and regulate what goes on behind closed doors at home. Enti ono ne na aban emfa ho aban ewo baby a bruchiro Ghana na omu mfa ho ni esi ukofie na ni esi wo fie aban emfa ho but na momu pie efi ufie na Drew Street na abanse na ewu ye nyina me control. And that's the history of law. But a Drew baby no ena ma omo wa brochire esi there be enema bi koso wo fie esa aban twa nani ebehwe otimi nka se ne ukwu fie ne ube oye bia eno enti amra eno de ema ese government ehwe enti nkofo ye dede wa broche Africa fon so be so mu and finally almost start say omo de emra eba ebe regulate efie enti no eno na samra na ba ebi ni yenga na domestic violence na aba regulate enyema ewo fie no se wo bekai me ne wotama ye nkra utimi nko police station say o papa abo ana maame na wan hwe ye kra wa wonim ye besi wo ho ubenya o case be west
we ni kra be pa police kra ma kala bon kan fro
o gbo ade eni ade but ene ubutimi akokasa o maame abo o papa abo na no ye sensitization ye 30 days of activism ye call staff ni bi ko school bi akora bi busa say so u teacher ni kasa ko yuti na wani no de obe school no de
the scissors na
shemu na oyi den and that was a 10-year-old child I will busa sa question Jim say esiya ade esiye no wampe but tete no one wan kwa na wo busa nzatsa mu ahambanti enra no asesanti say ya kase gender eye obia ye ka domestic violence eye obia nyama sa confusion ni de ho ne say police for your unit no na friend women and juvenile unit it na nkrofo can say a man of course you start na you focus your man ene enkra o makako dibone but emre no koye nimu no ena ye hu say no emema no so ebi bre enti no I then I yes sending no. And domestic violence acts also later by 2007 and also I gender neutral yes gender neutral. When we say something is gender neutral in law or a law is gender neutral, it means that it's not specific to women. It means obia shasibi. And by 2005, and it's a sign because it was a member so a be every. It's a gender. It's not specific. Say a man Debbie a ubia. Now, as I have indicated earlier on, gender simply means roles or expectations of society of a man, of a woman, of a child. Into we are say bi ompredwasa na wano ye pere na mpanyifo di nkomo mpanyifo nkomo na de wano akotum. You can imagine what will happen. Either say o ma me nani obefeche di acho no wa obe steady anasa wo ben na wo bebo ben no so wunim either say nkwantre be fly mpaboa be fly ana bibi a ma me be so
obata dey above because why enkwala body sem
sir according to society no penny kasa akran for one mutumbi. And so a child is supposed to be seen and not heard. Enti akra say ube kasa na yebusa wasam. Yebusa wasam na de wano ko tu penifo kasa ma yebabu. Enti gender is everybody. Man, woman, yes bemensu. You are a man, why must you cry? And so no, yes bemensu. Enti o ye mistakes siana. O you resent your brain or you do attempts siana. Imagine we show picture you now wakako jina o papa ni ana wako boss ho na wo stati su mama adan o meya abomasuma na meya edidi matem. Can you imagine the commentary of former ran this now pardon o me abisu mo se be president how I doing like unya be makra and some on back catch on wo be no nkra so ko bi wa no ko cancer. And you are suffering that because society expects that oh yeah bema.
Yes,
na bema kran na esa wo ye kwati me abuse mouse. That's how you bema o your ba. Who said sometimes when you be a dey say oh nya bema kra your ba. Omi so ho beka so oh na ni so bi hu mi o say eh oh wow oh height we there enye ma height o. Eye mema height. What does it mean? Because society expects that Obade, esa oye certain ukita certain features. Obema ukita certain features. Enti angoba sana na
okay. All right. And you maybe a tremu na ya from waju na esi amabe dosu. Or mpese cover obi anya ma na mofra. All right. But ye hwe we answer emeba emema no so. Abofra na obi say say ni teacher any diseases ewura tremu. And so betumi aka no say gender based violence ni biana. So this is a ewura according to say ni tremu efu.
And we can term it as a form of abuse.
Okay.
We can term it as a form of abuse, as a form of human rights issue. It could be. It's a very thorny situation because, one, we have rules in every environment that you find yourself in. In Tibia, say, your instructions, never will comply, now one comply. Legal instructions, lawful instructions, I want to comply. Maybe the child would have had a very good reason why I want to comply. And teacher, all you needed to do was to find out why the person did not comply, and also find out whether instructions are mine, it conforms with GS, rules and regulations. Then, if it conforms, that's a nipano wa disobey. What's the punishment? And I don't think the punishment, one of the punishments will be
school ready training.
Exactly. Of course.
Okay. All right. Okay. You know, okay. Me was on. Therefore, you saw a share gender-based violence and domestic violence. You're coming in. I know. The abomination and the nature. The home common. A man. Omutumi bold. Eba report try ka de mo fam e fee the teacher some yer no abo
oh any dey nkrofo ba In fact, stories no utie me man stories ni bia. Ɛyɛ na emu odu te sɛ nyama ne bi emu yɛ du no. Obi wɔ hɔ a go through a lot of emotional abuse. Ebi nso yɛ assault. Ebi wɔ hɔ a ɔmo yenom etimi bɔ ɔmo. Enti ebeduru y'anim. Ebi nso wɔ hɔ a ɔbaa no ɔmbo bɛrima no, but ayakayaka nneɛma a ɔbɛyɛ bɛrima no, ɔbɛtete bɛrima no ama. Sɛ wo bɛrima no, woanhu baabi a ɔbaa no ɛkɔ, baabi a ɔtwetwe wakɔ, na kɔ react sisi a, woanhwɛ yɛ a wo deɛ no na ebi a yɛbɛhu. Na ɔbaa deɛ no asɛ ayɛ subtle, asɛ ahyɛ aseɛ. Enti time bi a yɛka kyerɛ mmarima no sɛ, ɛba a ɛnyɛ fɛre. Domestic violence ɛyɛ crime. To say robbery a crime, to say murder a crime. In fact, domestic violence, gender-based violence can lead to death. Any say, utren so now feel say a worrisome. Sa worrisome no debit to work womb. Sa worrisome no bit me. I'm away to them. It did be a catch a man and a buffoon. Wait me, I saw me containing. Eba me kwa kono monsa eba me fifie me kuhye me ba ma ba beda de bia wo betimi but one day ye nipa one day we say utimi mini ade afi wo be so da ko na eyi enti in the spell of the moment no then you react
na fa akoya ade na akobro so kra
ma nipa na wu na se nipa no ko wu a wo how na ko mu nyina na ko mu na ayira na fe wo na ni ba beto so da wo so iti temi aye ka kire mema ne se wo fie na sa tete bi ko wa ko so a mia wani na bra dosu na beka wasam na yehwe kwan a befa so a ye betimi de emra no atu se ne esa eda yes
all right yeah ka gender based violence maybe say a him fa areas ben na sa de ne tasipa.
Oh, any dear esi baby Ghana ha baby esi but krono bi mo ho a enema ni bi ho e wo niesi te say okọ me pese na bo regions din but region bi ho a bekọ a o won say enkora omo ye under age omo no omo nyenyem like child marriage teenage pregnancy is very common there. And some places been so over more of emotional. It's all over, and of course FGM. So yeah, well, a chronic bronze no, and we're very common because FGM is normally associated with a particular some religious and cultural backgrounds. It's also called normal ubenya. But who should what is domestic violence? Data ya na ye collect no mostly no mema omo nhwe omo ma ti say non maintenance yetiminya threat of harm threat of death on say violence na wo within the domestic violence sector it comes in different forms so if say example oye oba na untimi no aduane a you can be threatened as a result of that. So your ba na maybe or you expect to say so ye na obi betimi ahame as a result of that. Ebia for some reason you've decided say only permanent na bi permanent you mahwe we di misika enti say memo akopa de lie enti ozo no akoto asha so wo baby akohwe acid agu so why say you are suffering those because of relationship issues because we decided say for some reason I don't want the person again and it becomes the man's ego so we show no bear my pa or about person and they're mature so it comes in different forms.
Wow. And area na me hwɛ sɛ wohwɛ nkuro nketewa mu nkurase ne kurom no a ɛhemfa na saa ɛyɛ domestic na sɛ gender based violence tumi ɛma ne mu so paa.
Meaning when it comes to gender based violence domestic violence it has no respect for persons. Nti esi wo baby a in fact ɛyɛ yɛka sɛ causes of domestic violence and gender-based violence, is because of drug abuse, alcohol abuse. It could be as a result of poverty. It's different causes, and of course, negative aspects of culture, and patriarchy, and so it's me and bringing about domestic violence. But so Ghana and society, man. Even though you are listing Nema, we say drug abuse, alcohol abuse, patriarchy, the negative aspects of culture can lead to domestic violence. You have people who are well educated and are going through domestic violence. You have people who are very rich and they are going through domestic violence here in Ghana. And even though we have the causes, it's not cut in stone. And for Esafa, the Chrome Fonso, Esafa, is the same everywhere.
Okay. And in that abuse now Bobo no more annual contact mubuni or hina a dorsal pa.
And a dorsal pa non-maintenance. And a dear. I'm trying to see if yes. In fact, Usha away now 2020 say now it was non-maintenance. Usha 2021 and non-maintenance. I know the topic 50 almost 19 50 now. I'm trying. So Usha year 2020 statistics now. You have 16,586 cases in 2020. And a memano 2,832. And a muno the ma 13,754. One aspect of gender-based violence and domestic violence, mostly women and girls and vulnerable. Now, gender-based violence, it doesn't only happen when there is peace. It also happens when there is war. In fact, there are some as part of their strategy of warfare, you see rape as, part of their warfare tactics. And see, chrono muko and I brought no money on muko. Once or more man, almost said that any dita, no money anymore, as a way of spiting that a tribe or no. Until at the end of the day, so your tribe A, now only tribe B and car. Once a tribe B for any more, almost said that any more man. Na oma wuntino ade a ya time na wo mpɛ no na be fra wo mujam it's gender-based violence in wartime is very pronounced. It was so bad. In 2020 we had 16,586 and in 2021 we had 14,553 cases. 2,500 and a member and 12,000 a ma. And at 2023, 2023 we had 15,813. 2023 was 13,470. And at 2024, I have 14,000. No, I think I missed it. So 2020 near 16,586. And at 2021 near 14,553. 2022 year 13,470. 2023 at 15,813. And at 2024 at 14,000. It's usually statistics now. A question now drop and you stable. A question now about it's usually
that is only non-maintenance.
No, and only all cases.
All cases,
all cases. But non-maintenance for 2020, there are 1,548.
Okay. And then a top year. So from 2020 basic 2024 and one at the top. And you're more show
mama. And no, 2020 1,548. 2021 1,437. And 2022 1,607. 2023 1,837 and 2024 1,680.
nti no so akwa bibia ekosoro na abafem ekosoro na abafem nti no yenyina ho akra ne yehwese nti no monhwem no ebeto dwa se den nti na ma omo monhwe omba na etopo wo sa eye listing for over 4 years now.
In fact, any 4 years ago, I can even.
So uko echiri kura sa na eti. Okay. Nti den na this ad ne but then concern.
Na ensem bebre. Ebi onwa oni oba ni jai. Oni oba ni jai no. The thought of say obema oba ni ska. Na oba na ko na aduane in his mind for another man to eat from the pot and their own mouth.
Okay.
And now obi o new jaya, it's like a punishment. Obi so on park. There are various reasons. And obi also feel say the commitment to the other family is more important than you.
And for now,
wakomo and also womu dida. And obi so abane buy and I need send buy no. Oka se mempe. Yenko yintungu oba no se dabi enti enye na wawode a enye fawade enti there are various reasons ena bi so owa na oye adwuma na adwuma asai enko yie enti no ontimi nya bi na ode ahwe but obi owa ya na nti ase enye adwuma ana say trust ni ho enti oba na feel so wana nipa no wo ena ompese obeboa na obe report na Ghana emremu no enya papa nko na hwe eba
okay
papa ene oba ena two no mo na mo kambom ena mo hwe akwa
nti oba ne be ma na sade sem be hwe akwala
yes okay enya
oba ma nko
no so say tradition tetimu no na yesi oba ma no wa na hwe oba no oba ne die wo fie ena okoba onye adwuma enti na ato yetima abebesi sesemnim enti obi kraba dosu ana social welfare na ye chechere mranimu akire na okwa abonte a onka emra na ye chechere mu akire no okwa twisting say because dosu kra me say be ma no nhwe oba no omo say na say me so metimi aye adwuma ahwe akra no the person would have taken it out of context. Those person na social welfare no can direct say also betimi aye ahwe but mo ba ye hwe mo kase mo timo say wo de ade ni nyina aso abema no but we need to let you know say enye bema no ko asede eye mo mienu but ebia na wo nye adwuma obi owa oba bi oba otim say oforce so obenye adwuma ye onya ene easy so obenye adwuma ena oni capital so a obeka so obi hidwa obi onso a oye adwuma wa hidwa but be ma no support no enti no sa wo ba ye do be ko social welfare ana say ye be refer to civil court ana say ye police for no ye be charge you under criminal law near de uko but mostly no se koye papa enhwe ba maame enhwe eba eya ye mpese be rashe and they are called criminal court because criminal court most of the time, you know, yes, a called prison. Maku be near fine no, but in prison, yes, a called prison. Yem pese, ye be kwaku in prison one parent because of non-maintenance. Ain't no upa ye do start free social welfare. Ni social welfare for no kasa, e church or man so. It's a honor. Oba no kwa ye betcho so oba no ye denjuma ebia menya hwe ebia se bi ubosi ukoba adentia na emremu no ese tu nti esa na mema no munim no wo se na ye o mahinti se 5 cities and we yama I'm just using this as an example kaka no benya no we yama expecting that you must also contribute aha enti uba ehọ no na ye bibie nyema so acho se enye obema no nko asede me sure say we pool sesia na ubusa ukwabonti sesa na ubusa say ọbaa ne bɛrima ɔmo wa hwan na ɛsɛ ɔhwɛba wobɛte meyɛhwɛ sɛ nkurɔfo bebree bɛka sɛ ɛyɛ bɛrima but mmerɛ mu no ɛnyɛ bɛrima no nko a ɛyɛ ɔbaa ne bɛrima nti ɔbaa no yi ba na wo nso ɔbaa no yi ba na wode boa but the two of you mutumi akɔ agreement ebi wɔ hɔ a na ɔbaa no ɛnyɛ adwuma ɔntumi nyɛ adwuma bi anyɛ ɛno no yɛ different nti mo ba a yɛtie mu na yɛ educate mu nti no ɔbaa no nka wonnim na bia wotumi anya cleaning adwuma bi ayɛ wotumi atontɔn tomatoes dia support ya then it's an avenue for you to look at nti bɛrima ne de simple ɛba no na nso de kakra na wobɛnya no na nso de apɛsɛ so na mu nyinaa mahwɛ akora no but sɛ wonyɛ adwuma a ɔbɛrima ne na sɛ adwuma wonni any source sɛ bi opreduce a ɛnyɛ akwadworo na ayɛ o anaa boapayɔ na wayɛ wadwene sɛ wonyɛ adwuma a ɛsɛ bɛrima ne na ɛyɛ biribia ɔne wagyae a ɛsɛ ɔne ɔhan dan ɛma akora no
ɛnyɛ ɔbaa no
dudududu sɛ wɔnwareyɛ wɔnwareyɛ nti akora no wagyae no a wote baabi a akora no maame no nso ne akora no te baabi no ɛyɛ wasɛdeɛ sɛ wobɛhan dan ama akora no atena mu na wafɛnihye mu na wasan bosom bia wasan ma ne akora no sika na wasan de no akɔ school ahwɛ ne school atel obɛwie school
na maame ha nso na akwadaa yi onyini nyɛ ɔno nkwa betumi atena ti dan ya me ha ma akwadaa deɛ ɛdeɛ ɔno ne maame
sɛ ne deɛ
na ɔno ne maame kɔtenam na ne maame nso no obi foforɔ na aba beti
ɛne deɛ nti na sɛ yɛ careful sɛ wonim sɛ wontumi nkɔ ho enkosi awie a na wahwɛ ne ɛsɛ wayɛ ne ɛsɛ woyɛ because one protect ho na kɔ have unprotected sex na ɛba bam anyinsɛm bam na akora bam dia na ma aware you should be ready for all this enti na ansa na beko date obi no you have to be mindful ɛnyɛ sɛ bi ontraduasa osori ahu ya akusua hwan na the next thing you are going to bed once you go to bed with her before you do you must think through because say when I'm in the emotional layer something but this is the time for us to start thinking because now only obi koda na say one hwe akra na even though people would say it's a long process I think na maybe court but a man as a one hwe oba we can take you sometimes in the cases they because several courts they direct a man somunko na registrar no masan sending and say yen charge papa no na yen fa no criminal court because obi o how de no court na why not then say on sharp
okay all right therefore you go so ye this eye komo ye di amount say be ye betumi siesie ye fie ye ntem nema ahodo a betumi akoko dwie ewo criminal court say na wakana ma betumi kura de watom no eno na ye di ho komo gender based violence and face domestic violence ye di komo na ebo eye 830 a ye be phone lines na di amount ma wonso komo a ye dove soup ni kwanchefo AG wonso na wo bia na wonso abem na watumi ebisa na ma yenhwe de sim empempi ai na ete hu ni se man ni mom na de mema ne bese onhwe akwara na onhwe akwara be man so betumi de oba akoso oba nso nhwe akwara
yes yenya
be betumi report ni
be betumi report ni
ba na mu ntanya
ye ntanya say na me ka say one say the average be man ankasa no me sure say most men believe say omo said
okay
okay no Oba ne dan no kra either so betria na wontua but in his mind he knows say na said but a mema ni biba say bia make say e bi oba ni ye adwuma omwa onya hwe on support akra ne school fees na aduani die bibia koda be ma no so eno no obema ni timi ba be report but e bia ono be feel say wakoye bema no ba then ye beka anampo onimpo ebikra onimpo say as a man no o right say na yiri ye adwuma nko ade a eso timi support fie onim obi onwa onim sa ana bi na mra me kra no o ye bema na se wonye adwuma na ono yire na wo ho na wo ye dependent on your wife your wife no responsibility say obe feed you obehwe enti say o wife nso nhwewa eno so tim be the band of so be one na adwuma say
I was a wife show no wife nhwewa hey
yes
be ma baba be gina monim say ma adwuma so say me yehwe me onhwe me ntinu
say unim under your Ghanaian law no say obi is dependent on you for financial support na say one supporting her it's an offense. Enti no oba sa oni ukunu ete ho na bia be man ko adwuma okoba na for some reason no na adwuma say na afi wo na wo hwe na untimi at a point in janka say me hwe obiem enti uba na okoto dokono na be ma si ona komodi na wudi oba man betimi aba report enti enyo bank wana be man hwe wa o betimi aba report be man so betimi na minim minim say eba den ama me man say omu beba but ese omu ba sa be man su no etwam
you see o
su yes be man su
yemra besu nchira mo
mo besu nchira
all right what of you go ahead no tinum be ma wadwuma sai ayo ba no ye dwuma sade so no nso ehwe obo nso ba na bo atimode a dos ma me say fa ne bra on be fro ba no na kasa no ma kire no say na sade so hwe ko so ono no nya dwuma wo behwe no ade no wo be ma wo nya dwuma oba na ehwe na no nkire sa brante wo so se da teda se wo nya dwuma aha na de do so fo so wa hwe me fa wo minute brante na wo kra wo fere all right but yeah dan han no some na be na mancrofo asan message ebisa question e wo obi question obi san say ontumi hwa akwada no ensan hwe oba no ejai enkan so at which age and obetumi atene ba no no an na atena wa bra nkoso han dan e ma no ma oba no ntem
okay so any dear na we don't have a specific age one agreement and two say upe custody and access enti no eno no custody and access no be court na wa ko file na court decide court betiu obetie oba no so na court ahwem no we decide say akwa no onko be ma no na onko oba no but in per precedent ne yehu ne na ekoso eno nche say de bia san na beko but normally ne na ekoso say judge no be hwe akwa ni age yan fan say akra wedi oyoba wedi 6 months wedi 1 year wedi 2 years very unlikely it doesn't mean say it means it's very unlikely say court be can say
onko ne papa
ho it's normally when the child is younger the possibility say ebeko oba no ho no very high and no nkyere say intimi nsesa bia na court no be man wetin prove say my lord say o de akra no eja de window 6 months o de akra no eja maame na akra no betimi ewu na o prove o court emfa wo say akra no ye ene akra ye de baby ni be ma papa no
okay
me my example if I say sebio prejudice e bia onye oba bia wo onye nipa no wo wie no na sebio wo hu say when mental health issue and there's even evidence to be for bleach so they ma akra na ya won you say 2 days no and no court not me prove here there is no way a court better so with this is a 2-day-old baby ntino
still I don't want
okay on be team dia ma o papa no na wahwe na of course o papa no untimi hwa obenya obi a oben wo a obetimi a support into any specific age nti say wo be man
I na bi ni kind say 7 years 8 years and
no it's not anywhere in the law it's not anywhere in the law it depends say ubenya custody ubenya access it depending on
I don't know access ubenya
custody no custody nature say akra no wo me ho ebia wa court open custody means me pesa akra no enwo me ho na partner no ex no father no onya access what it means is that custody na akra no betena ho they be at a hanot if you need But access no will mean weekends befano na fa ni pie. And now weekend brefie ho na behwe no fa ni pie. But brefie ho na behwe no. Access means ontena ha maame no onko school. Na mo ye makwan holidays ba ma onko di wo papa ho. And then you access. Into custody means you the amount when akra no wo. Into once akra no wo no as you now work custody of the child. Any other person that comes to take the child away from you without your permission could amount to contempt of court and as an unlawful child removal. And to say, papa, the amount instruction say you can come and visit the child, but by another visitor no. E will feel into ba na ni na mfio na ni di agro oh baby say matoto ya bro me say if you are esa comply one comply na be fa akra no na de no ko anasa be fa akra na de no ko tene fie 2 days 3 days something ba it could amount to contempt of court unless mother need decide so enye hwe the court say betene fie be ha for maybe ene na be hwe akra no but onim obetim di akra na ko weekend that's fine. And no there, or no nay, no. But until side there, you have to comply. Yes, that's the one for need the go and back. My court.
I didn't be seen here, Bema, Mobesi, I say, a crown or ban, or the Beman mission will feel her own fanning pea. I didn't be see a mamma what you may
A be a while not a cranny age. Oh, say, be a say, I connect the 1 month, 2 months. Na ubefana ubefana ubesi den bema even emakra how many kra na timi kra na you know a onu awa akra na obetimi handle akra obema bi o wa obi a minim no se ono onim hwe nsuo kra otimi hye no odi nsuo si ja so kra
na hye
eti obi otimi di enti no the age of the child no enti emeka se brefi na behwe no obi so o wa oye violent obi o so e bia na oba na timi approve your court or mental health issues enti yenye sure akra no ene papa na ntam anything could happen. Enti will be to say supervised visitation. Maybe also like I say breathio and social welfare any part of the visit. Enti only no social welfare na only a cranny diagro. Only the diagro time so na some person na oja granted there reasons the age of the child and the fact that maybe there's a proving security issues with you. When as long as the baby is concerned. These are some of the things.
Okay. Obi nso e dey a ode e baaye ene say me maame ni ma akwada hwe chen wo ba no nti akwada no twanufu a metumi agena akoma ne maame dofsufo epne so.
Be just a wife no and an ex no agree.
Hey.
Yes, because you see the child has a right to both parents. The child has a right to live with both parents. And as long as mama and papa no, the priority is the father and the mother. It's the father and the mother no, mona moye entitled to. Sebium period say papa and mama anywhere gua and a busia ebum. But sa papa tiase mama tiase o papa no ntimi nka say o mama hweba esen o yere na waware nti me beji ene de it's neither here nor there.
Hey.
Unless say why ex no and now wife no one o maame ntem fine.
Okay.
Na say maame no enempe woman asem. In fact, be kwampa na mother no sunti kwa na wan ware girl. O feel say obepene. Ebe fa nsem bebre aba. Enti obema ontimi nkoje oba. Ontimi nje oba emfi ne maame ho. Enka se me de koma me maame. Yenya ne sa.
Let say edan ne han ntia na ma obi sa sa.
Edan ne han kwa no kwa. Sika na ode be sa akoto aduan minim. It's
because say this guy dey maame no ebenye biedi.
Enya maame no obenye biedi na eye be ma ne ya o. Eye be ma fofo ba be dan no. Enya be ma fofo ba be san kwan no. Enya ne issue.
How dey asem no.
Enya asem no. Sa oni mo pa. Omo be ka in a way they don't want to go, but yeah experience. It almost start paying him ninja or mumpne. Aha. A diner ma mini demono because sabi parents obi anka ne natena dade uhia no kana onis kana yi bi mana na sabi parents wonya hwe aha ntino obi asabi parents woni natena da so I love you now say oda montina betimi aha dan ama na dem asanka nya hwe aha but e be ma foforo na wo ba be dem aye niema no eno ana
I na ha mema no
ni asani na
okay all right and every Saturday the phone numbers na dey to so ye gusu di nkomo ha nti no so betumi afrem na nkomo aye di nsema wo pesa obisa o ye pani kwankyere for the dosu ano Ghana afana ba bia nti ne no ye nya ho ekese pa nti ITV ahwefo ba bia wo bia no number no ne that TV so no so betumi afrem nsema ye ken ye gender based violence and domestic violence no also question bia wo no betumi ebisa e de afana as experience bia wo so wo kom no betumi ne ma me acho betumi aboa em we free start bie num enim nya nti mensuro menfere mane house ne wo ka won samsa wa na mu no betumi say won pese obebo wudin po a ye beje atumu nti ne wi e be kwan be sa fa so betumi ne nya enkita wudie but unya dwetaw kakra kyera na obi hu anama obetumi ama betumi afa so no betumi tuti number no e da TV no eso no em say
yes so say na be ko no anka yetimi a church forms of abuse no near Kukuma and Sababwan.
Okay, and young
and see, funny say under the Domestic Violence Act in Ghana, no acts are criminalized, the major acts that criminalize it. Domestic Violence Act 72. Now there were different forms. One of them is physical abuse. Physical abuse near under the Domestic Violence Act, we are not referring to assault, but we are referring to situations when you beat here, oh man, Adriani endi enough food to eat.
Okay, all right. Into you know, between men and I face Eric, good morning.
Morning,
oh, free Tamana pay we about there. All right, mate, you Eric.
Okay. Because you're not maybe say a banner critical says there. Hello.
Kwaso.
Maybe a banner critical say there or banner with my child, and I also say Berman for a banning chair or using a banner. Honoring to Yanjana so say Majana for himself.
Okay. Okay, all right. My end was sending or Behena way and read the amount. Yeah, it's much over chokers and we are never in here, and I said,
okay, my responded. So, me best I kind of black and white. I know I said AC team investigate, but it could be grounds. Obetim dia court, akoji akra. Say akra no in all situations or court. Obia oni akra delibia. The welfare principle is what you have to take into consideration. That whatever decision you make is in the best interest of the child. Enti say court no be share circumstances no. If staying with a woman, she's in an abusive environment. Yes, it is very possible that. Yes,
okay. All right. Yeah, pick James and so on. James, good morning.
Good morning.
Yamiadumo now. Yanko pardon, Miss Moya. May you, James?
Because I see Accra.
Okay, into
Mr. Omini or Baby Owl. Na our Rijayaba Emma our court. Na message how do you call it? Charging for the mom in her petition or trust say the custody of should be under me, my care, because of the more Bani, you know. Now she is trying to get back the children again, and we already tell say Kolano Ebemano. In this situation, case in our court, so. But Mammy Wahan, behavior or advice if you are not so dirty media mammy, and now in so mean why?
You say that so be if you say no banner no culture say, and Falcon member man in regiment, you have for banner, but so or person have a jackal, and then
oh, and then there was some more court, no. Uncle Sonko court na yɛhwɛ ne court bɛka because meaning facts no meaning say woman custody first obi na woman no access no call na lady na sanko file another petition say open custody of the child I don't know. Enti no, fortunately, the good news is so omo court. Enti netie bia court ebedi asem no. Senia say omudi no. Enti so wo lawyer say woman no meaning say custody kodi woman nchen a he can petition.
So ye de akwala no mama me no a.
Ye de koma mama na so ofo say no entre na obetimi akofa appeal. So mo wie nso ne de still ye maintain custody no so then that's fine. But the good say on court and I'm make say on court but with way and I say bia your man custody did not lady no air force say o me fa akra na no e betimi aka say on court for contempt and na ombra ye ho na ye hwe kwan a e betimi dia bra.
All right, Sianko Auntie Grace one so po katamanso na nkasa. Auntie Grace, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I saw me before no. I am very handsome, but before I about one hour me now me sir. By 3 years in Australia must on what you. If I some no I could court. Emma, the view I'm a ba. But you know what so by 3 months we took my arm me ban on him. The banning him on the according to an idiot of 14 years. A ban upon a person of a person, then or the year or mono. For so fine, you was a walk of a man.
Okay, all right. Auntie Grace, mpacho obey you anum. Right, Auntie Grace ne ba bema e no no ba bia wo. Na nkwala ne kodi oba no ho adom gya aware no. E na si oba na tu kwan be boso me ense ne oba ne de nkwala na akoma no oba ne maame. E na nkwala no complain say nana no ye omo ayaka ka de ti ne ba bema na betumi akofa ne ma na.
No nim my police ni de me nka sekona kofa wo ma because okwa menim wo kwan se unya wo ma but as a police officer me advise say wo ko feel because wo ko no sentiase we ho a anka ne ekoso nke enkoso it is mean sentiase wo te wo o na yebusa no questions a o wants a confusion wo afio o two families no it just na me advise say feels of farmer. Nemum, I would encourage Papa no, say uncle the nearest DOFSU office. Say our cra, no person headquarters of me, and this uncle Accra regional DOFSU office. No go complain, I am processing yen from other side. Because they say our corner cassa who could feel of our ma, a young ma own quite say. But I didn't talk sick. And as a police officer, I will not encourage them to do so, but rather no on reporting my social welfare and adults. Na fa or monfa. Because so na say we are sure of a busian Montemu you okay. And there's maybe then look I'm afraid in advance. Or maybe as soon as you or no problem, but this time may prepare I'm probably prepare you or daddy. But the fact that the woman who cry to cry one
crown and then I say
yes,
okay, all right.
Because all be
missing. Young guy and someone so and young good morning. All right, when to me you so one someone to make me a friend na nkoma ye di won so what ya kire so no we bisa dofs ma me o hanum na odi ya no e di amount ye ne sa na tumi bo mo hunu kwan ya bisi afaso nti wo za ma me di se wanya obetumi akasa ne ba ne nko nko che firi na nsem e betumi di ntokwa ane nyama na di aba nti wo so ne ha obi ano obetumi bisa ho asam na yetumi ya no e di ama ITV Ghana da chi dwumedi ye so nti e de nsem bisa no e di hye mo ye hwia ne ama ne kwan na be bia na o kasa kwa watch so we come do near that ye man kwan na no so no wetumi aye all right obi aba so se bibi nti ontumi emmo ne din enya hwe good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Ba jombo moko de
All
right nti mema kwan na so ka wasama na biso wasam ne nko
yo na me pe bu sasa sama na ma me ne ka no me ne da me bi ware eye wedding otu kwan ko baby oba ye
Ɔsi ɔbɛtete sɛ me afampena oni nyina so ne bodan sɛ bɛrima bɛyi oni nyina so de kɔfɛ baabi kan sɛ mekɔ wale no wɔ mma mmienu wanka kyerɛ me sɛ ɔma mmienu o but yɛware wie dɛ ɛma akyi no ɔbɛka kyerɛ me sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔde nkwalaa no ɛba na me sɛ na deɛ ne wanka nkyerɛ me sɛ wowɔ mma mmienu sɛ mɛte aseɛ sɛ mente aseɛ nti ɔfa saa asɛm no so ɛka kyerɛ me sɛ ne ɔbɛgya ma wareɛ ampa yɛwɔ mu a na ɔde asɛm no kɔɔ court ɔde asɛm no so kɔɔ court no na court frɛ yɛ nyinaa yɛbɔ nkuro no court hu sɛ nsɛm a yɛyɛ keka no ɛntɔ aso nti ɔma yɛtwa kwa bɛyɛ 2 months fideɛ no akyire no dɛm wa ne sɛ bɛrima no akɔware ɔno a wanyame kwan court pepa nso yɛntwitwam pepakyɛ no sɛ right sɛ ɔtumi fa ho ɛkɔware a na wɔm ne ko a yɛntwitwa court pepa mu anaa
nti mpakyɛ bɛyi wa no
So sɛ yɛbu awareɛ na menim awareɛ korɔ
sɛ court nkrataa
okay sɛ ɛyɛ ordinance ordinance sɛ wongya awareɛ a wontumi nkɔware foforɔ enti
woware foforɔ wato mmra
yes wato mmra ɛne ɛfɛ no bigamy no
okay
but sɛ woware under customary law a ɛno deɛ mmara asad no ɛma ɔkwan ma wotumi ware foforɔ sɛ woyɛ bɛrima a wotumi ware foforɔ enti ɔno no deɛ no sɛ court ntwaa mu a awareɛ no still mmara mu no ɛwɔ hɔ deɛ a bɛrima no ato mmra nti ɛno nso wobɛtumi de aba dɔf so na yɛahwɛ ho asɛm aka
wow all right nti no anama wɔ sɛ wotumi etuara no nti mɔmɔden asɛ bɛkɔ ɔmo asoɛyɛ na fa kɔ ɛkɔkakyerɛ ɔmo na yɛhwɛ yɛnkɔ do wanyane nkɔ di nkɔmɔ hɔ good morning
Pastor, good morning.
mpomba kɔ deɛ
The Pastor Nyankopɔn.
all right mpakyɛ mɛnti we
The Pastor wo many them and Pastor many ne Pastor yawo for. Na de bia Pastor se problem ntɔkwa ebro se kantwe ne ade nyina Pastor edem. But the see the abɛtwa to ɔbɛyɛ boso mmiɛnsa ni no. Wa sister me nneɛma hyem. Na me di asam no call Pastor tema me habo police station ɛyɛ dɔso. Ɔmo ma me Pastor lete. Na odwane ebe 1 month ni. Di month ni so yene no buy. Ampa obae no. Na me mekyerɛ ne sɛ sisi a me fie no ɔno frɛ ne mabusuafo so wota yanga pe fie but ɔnyɛ me ho ade. Ɔyɛ knocking Pastor me ne na wofo. Ɔno no frɛ ne mabusuafo sɛ wapere me ntimi me nsesa me niem. Na me mfa amra. Na sɛ me ba wo mo frɛ na esum kwankwa Jessica dia me pɛ no de ma me. Ɛna me nso me ka kyerɛ me na busuafo ne sɛ asɛm ne me de akɔ police station ɔno pɛ sɛ asɛm ne police case ntina ɔno ka kyerɛ me sɛ ne mra yɛ kurom nso me nkɔ hɔ eti ampa nso ɔno baayɛ no ɛna me bo afa na me hyɛ dade kasakasa baayɛ nti ɔmo ma me letter sɛ me mfa nkɔ police station ɛbɛn yɛn no ɔmɛkyɛ no nti me kɔ ampa so ɔmo frɛ no enwumrem bɛyɛ sɛ 4 no baayɛ so baayɛ na ɔmo ka asɛm ne kyerɛ ne na ɔmo kyerɛ ne sɛ ɔmra eti ɔbaayɛ adeɛ kyerɛ ne yɛn yɛ court ma me ha police station hɔ nti yɛ kɔɛ no mbisa na sɛ mo still ɔso ɔnhyɛ me nneɛma me nso nneɛma na sɛ nso ne bi ɛde yɛ evidence nti ɔmo nso ɔmo hu yɛ ɛna ɔmo kyerɛ sɛ ɛda na yɛn nkɔ nti ɔmo hyɛ yɛn Tuesday sɛ yɛn mmra ne yɛn ka asɛm no Tuesday no ansa na yɛrɛ maame no sɛ ɔno ɔma sɛ kinko yi asɛm no mfi police station deɛ ɛna ɔno ɔma eti fine ɔsan ne sɛ ne nkwalaa no nkakrakra sɛ ne me nso matrafia madadwen ho sɛ awareɛ no mentimi ne ntoa so because na de deɛ ɛkɔ no manhwɛ yi a yɛ nkwalaa nti nkwalaa de manhwɛ a deɛ bɛto me
ana bɛyɛ all right okay eti si ano odwane ɔma yɛ wɔn
me ba sure say
odwane yɛ no on samba fie
me ba sure ɔma yɛ ba sɛ ne deɛ ɔsɛ ne nkwalaa no kakra
okay all right
ana me ne ti wa kɔnɔ sɛ me yɛ dwuma me sua de pam up to now pa nso me nyɛ dwuma nti sɛ no mimi no nso nka me pɛ sɛ kɔ ɔba ne yɛ kɔ police na nka me ka kyerɛ ɔmpa wa de me ntimi ɛne ne ɛntoa so biem debi ɔde na no kasa fa efie no deɛ ɔbɔ me ne me ma adi no ɔde fie nti no
okay
and so ɔno asan sɛ ka kyerɛ sɛ ɔno yɛ spɛsia no no ti fie police ma ka kyerɛ sɛ ɔno ne ma fie ɔno so yɛ bɛ yɛ asɛm no ti bɛka
I see. Okay. My man, I say, and I was now, mammy, or head then I'm not to say, pa. Or so per se, or more worry, about so per se, or like, or wanted to momentum.
Okay, me advice and say one dogs intimidity on mountain, but my advice is uncle legal aid. Na uncle ka na some chromo. Ombe upaya, ombe fast on bitimi abuano. Because I know okay, as them say opese omunsuno. Entino. Ebasa
or so Oberman nor say obi sumuno. In Johnson, Yaman uncle, but no say if you're moving no obesi.
Into this a court. And then as soon as I this a court. This a court na ebeko. Yeah, what situations be no more court ebitimi ahwe relationship no akase we aware. And no this a court just intimi nka.
Okay, your relationship more do unko ye no ho ade. Ba court bit message na say send isi coin na omo fa na sa aware. Oh, okay.
You will be sir.
Okay.
Enti no mo court. Obi owa odini ko abusu fie o mi yiri nie obi wo fie ho a ade a ese wife omo ma nipa ne say any ade they was cross wire knocking any ade enti depending on the situation no court betimi are say when am ye nyina even though onkoye no wedding even though onye amamne efi amamne a chese ya wire but ye emremu no ehu ni say ya wire eno so ho no
okay yenko sapema na yenko din common so good morning. Pastor, your first kind of pay. All right, me too, Eric.
The patron better me disate me mamene be meditai. Na me mamene police ni. Na enche bia no wewu. The Tony be mame wo entapo enai. Ponshen plano. And that is who you so wamba a year no. And the yafa kusi question is only just or jump and pano le. And the Japadia was starting a year pressure. The mammy a morning pala. If just then that
okay, so depending one can change send mommy a will and now one year will. Send mommy a will and then the property will be shared according to the will. Mommy is so and your will and I say the property will be shared under the interstate succession law, PNDC law 111. And no be you see.
Wabra Bemana share and Colana Mamma no my
Oh, sir, and the PNDC law 111 and then I you see. I don't be you see. And the attitude name, that's how properties are distributed. My auntie say okasa or more orgy properties.
Yeah, I'll say a failure or banner or mobile or your banner. Want your so and shank and bow me send no majai.
So, on my jai there, of course, on car properties. Under the PNDC law. That is a man, if the woman died in the state. And a dear on J. Papa no and Niamano. But Crano dear will have a right with a woman's property, a woman no age property. And what I will encourage him to do is say obetimia ba Dofsu headquarters, police headquarters, CID headquarters at your Umbra or your pro bono lawyers or your legal aid lawyer your office or you betimini or matnase na omumbuano what to do.
Wow. All right, you know, but my now asking me the net na my minister cross and police ni county no me gidi say den ya na adwuma mu nsam ya de so police for be so na on so much me ahwese na be ya betumi di asomdwe so etumi aba
Umbra Dofsu headquarters na yemboa.
All right, here am so be so na for no so hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Paja France na brave.
Yes, friend, Christian Zongo Chief, make a fee abokubi.
All right, me nti unfra abokubi, nti ana pe.
Me madam say, can you be why you court marriage? Na we no age but we are contract with you almost many years now. Who makes me alpha? Obanwa the traditional and knocking, near wedding, knocking. Ubetumi ayana.
Bacho, what's your banning can as I want to cry for 10 years no?
Menkenenka.
What's it?
Wakot na buchi.
Bacho, what's it in can?
Menkenenka.
Wouldn't it didn't come on?
Okay. Menkenenka.
By will be our one of the bay, yeah.
Ntina mi bisa say we are menena awo betumi abakoye knocking ana nye go the knocking.
Just what for who I knew be out.
Ina ka menkoye ye menene ti menkoye knocking.
Okay, I think. Okay, but you are why.
She should rather no, sir. On top bani be metal kujai. Manti ho yes or say as I say no on any casas on any casa number.
We sound also or telling car.
I had our end dinner. Our end no honum. It is our once our end no honor. Sir, on Timmy go wire about from. On Timmy go knocking. Oh, yeah, bigger me, but you know. And what I would advise him to do is say, open new one, dear, and then not on take steps now, own jai. No, because at this point, you know, technically, on Tumra, say criminal law, on breachy criminal law, because adultery and yeah, criminal in Ghana, but adultery.
So far, we
and yeah, criminal, but grounds for a woman to decide not to marry again, go to court and dissolve the marriage. But any criminal law, no say, oh yeah, Benos, and also just make us as a man, no just a man, and the Serbian prejudice. Almost starting so, men to rent, and you could champ now. There be a month, because out of empanada, a bit to me the domestic violence, a bit in the name of baby, now say, maybe a call program, be TV, so almost so phony in, or say, or tinifia or drain on. Not girlfriend, 12% or so, abono. It don't say a girlfriend or and your criminal so a girl, but only your girlfriend ababe or also criminal act. You have a chum. Ain't you know, we are not encouraging the men to do that. In his situation, no, so to woman and can our any general. Aha. Ain't sir or person on worry way dear. The only solution is Uncle Jai Mameno. Once a ordinance say a fear warrior and over to me a worry way. Yes.
Okay. And you say, and if you are warrior, court a warrior, and cratas and son, that's a partner about could you how many years now one telling come to me a cassa our nego.
Oh, I know what you mean, Cano. Here will be people, Rema. Yes, sister, within 7 years. For 7 years, tini panenka, baby or war. And no, I am not. Memory make us say declare nipa no dead. Okay. Bibi emrasa o. Okay. Untin nka onya hwe na no. Eno aside, uko wari nipa ni fifi. Enti na se wutu anamo na uko fi. Na either say ordinance, then you can go back, get in touch with your lawyer. Now a lawyer and advise so. Say fia wire, ubetimi etutu unai akufia kasa menti mo manenka se we wo tiase o na menti mi tun tase 7 years ntino me densa aba mi go aware no
Basana na what all right. And I say ye bring to ni sha se ne be kan ye be hwe da free asan so afra o ni ato so because questions be na ho komo no so ho nti no sema me ensa ka ma emu mienu na wo de ya futu e de amagana fo afa dwumedi amudi e ho atare e hyewe ka bi wo
well, quickly so month of July ye to esi wo say ye break the silence 30 days of activism against gender-based violence. Na ye theme ne ye from silence to strength, speak up, stand up, support. Na yenya koko edwuma ne school mu educate, including the media, to educate the public on domestic violence, gender-based violence. Na yenya MTN UNFPA for masoyaso asen a omo boy. Ena yesenya Rambna our gospel artist, or a brand ambassador. Onu so be you see the platform no. Na or the aboa I educate the general public about domestic violence, gender-based violence, where to seek help, how to seek help. Until 30 days, beyond the 30 days, we'll still continue to do the sensitization, but every month this year and we are starting next year, so to us until every month of July going forward, no, it will be a awareness creation month where we educate the public. We urge the public, I want to be BSA. Men fans nephew and unprofessional advice in fee here and there, then creating more trouble. Run to the police and ask for advice and social welfare, then we see how best we can help you.
More general number be announced.
Yes, there was 0800 000 900. I know you're too free. And also number no fra unjia. 0800 000 900.
Yes, I'm going to be
0800 000 900. And your WhatsApp number is 055 100 900.
Okay. All right.
First one I 0800 000 900 no. And no fra ye na ye be boka no.
Okay.
But WhatsApp no there WhatsApp in there one number boka.
Okay. All right. And you know e want to be am fra ha na me e bre ntia no numbers na boy na bi mini we dey ofra you free say 0800 000 900 and the number di kan na to so me no so 0551 000 900. Jennifer bit me afraid mu bia na wa WhatsApp no no mo edi enkomon. Edo for na de komon be sinansa na memfa ye birthday we nto aso wi ana afi ye de komon na no edi sim cry na na pe mi se komon no aye ni kapa na ka wo nsa bebre na bisa so ebre ama wo kwa ye bebo modern se be san na di nkomo bim e bi mpo ansa na bo so wa kwa wi ye anasa early next month na be hwe na man komon ye tumi ato aso. Enti na aye wa woda aye Lorinda Niba Dazi Lorinda Niba Dazi and they are you know a man or butcher or ITV and or see and for that we and fair now can't just go share on choke no more and quatenching and what they want they are with this order at saying happy birthday and call and for a mom and you know yes sorry Julian so a cry now nkoma ye de ebrewi ye ne pani kwankyerefo Ghana ha ono no that dofsu ano ye ACP Miss Owusua kyereme ene trasia e twekoma me ye da sepa na obre awoni ade amana Ghana mind da wase ITV so da wase nko so amodman fema ye isi amana nhwe ya ye baba kanche
muni program kra ye betie mu
all right
e mema na ye omombra
na ombeka and we yin so bo wa ayakọ
yes
me fancy na Bible ho ni nsem du no all of me so me tire mu ya badwede ko so ne frame so bibo ofori amanfo so bibo me do wesi Homeland